Well, greetings and hello there, everybody. It's me, your beloved Star Wars dad, Nooch Too Good, and I've been getting the question lately with some of the massive... Why am I frozen? Spin, baby, spin! Yeah! I don't know what that was. The spinning is weird. Anyway, like and subscribe, everybody. Since the spinning is broken, I need you to like and subscribe so I can fix the spinning nooches that tell you to like and subscribe. Anyway, so hey, people have been kind of commenting lately, and there's been some really big changes in the game we've seen with the episode track here, and I've been one of the loudest voices saying, you know, there's a lot of questions, a lot of not really liking the setup and UI of this here. We're going to go through and claim these rewards here and kind of see how it works for this video, but the question for today that's being presented from me and from people that have asked me is this a good time to start the game? And I got a text from my son today, kind of out of the blue, as I was planning this video. My son said, oh, let me find it here. Let me get the text up and read it to you. I should have had this ready, and what did he say? Okay, here it is. GOH gives way more free stuff when you start now. There you go. And that is a deep and abiding statement from my son that is absolutely true. The game gives you way more free stuff when you start right now. Anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. So, is this a good time to start a new account in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? I'm going to answer the question up front. I'm just going to say absolutely. Absolutely. I think that more than ever at this point of the game, starting a new account in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes gives you the opportunity to do a lot of fun things in this game with your favorite Star Wars characters than at any other time of the game. Yeah, are some of the new UI, the new modes developed, the new episode pass here, kind of rubbing us some of this wrong way, but yeah, but does it also modernize the game? Yeah, so let's talk about some reasons that I believe that now is a good time to invest in the game, or a good time to start playing the game or start a new account. And the first thing I would say is, in relation to the episode pass and in relation to the character quest here for like General Syndulla, the game is still in active development. You know, there have been no signs at all of a slowdown in development. And yes, a lot of us would like some faster developments. You know, bring us some big changes. We would like to see some game modes like Grand Arena improve. We'd like to see Territory Wars reworked. We would like to see some changes in game for sure. But we just got this brand new UI that really goes around your daily activities. Not real thrilled with the full outcome of it, but it is certainly a modernization of the UI of the game. And every year or every several months, we get new things in the game, whether they're new game modes. We get new characters all the time. You know, we're going to be having new characters basically every 2 weeks in the game, with some weeks off here as the game moves forward. But yes, so even though this episode track kind of screams at you to activate and pay for this pass, give me $20 and I'll give you the pass. Oh, you can't see it right there. If I go over to the right, boop, there you go, $18.99 for that. Boop. Okay, so even though they're kind of throwing in your face right now, if you're new to the game and you haven't played the game, or if you're starting a new account, you can work around it. And even though I have to go in here and click a bunch of times to find stuff that maybe I couldn't see before, yeah, the game is still in active development. I think that's a really good observation, a really important observation. I've definitely played games before that have fallen off, and yeah, when a game falls off, they stop developing it. They stop delivering new characters. You can sense the slowdown. They just slow the pace. At the beginning, they were releasing a new character every month. Now it's every other month. Now it's every third month. And you can just sense something going on with the game. That sense is not here at all with Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. So the game is actively being developed. I think that's the biggest point, and a reason that you could consider investing in an account in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Number two, there have been some really big graphics updates coming our way this year. We are moving from some old character models like Han Solo here, who looks like, you know, a cartoon basically. This looks like a computer image or a cell phone image from years ago, or a character like Grand Moff Tarkin. Same thing. This is very cartoony, not realistic, etc. And we're moving into a new age of Galaxy of Heroes where we're producing these new, more realistic and more modern character models. And these character models flow over into the gameplay as well. So when you go and play a game like Raid Shadow Legends, which I kind of played for a day just to see what it was like, and I was like, man, these graphics just blow Galaxy of Heroes out of the water at the time. This is like 9, 12 months ago, whatever. Now they're bringing these graphics updates to the game, and they're doing it consistently. Every couple weeks, they'll update 2, 3, 4 more characters to looking more modern. So like, while General Kenobi still looks cartoony, which I have a little struggle with this because some of our characters that were presented as a cartoon, now we're going to upgrade them to look like real people, but whatever, that's the idea, to now looking more like the real-life counterparts, more advanced art and more advanced graphics in the game. I'm going to be the first to admit, I am not the end-all, be-all of graphics in the game. Some of you guys are a lot more well-versed on that. It's not my main focus of a game. But if you're looking for a game that's slowly working, like here's this cartoony, slowly working to upgrade the graphics and look at characters and present them in more of a realistic and updated and modern art fashion, Galaxy Heroes is moving that direction with all of their old character models to make them all more relevant and more modern. They've also launched the PC client this year, which you're seeing me play on right now. The PC client is more fluid, more active, gives you the game on the PC. Prior to this year, so almost I was 2025 there already, we had to download BlueStacks. So for 8.5 years, we were downloading BlueStacks to play this on our PC. And if you were streaming, everybody had it's just BlueStacks. Now we've got the PC client available out there. You can download it, get it on the EA app, and it's been a big update. Another pointing towards, the game is in active development. Why would you release a PC client when the game is 8 3/4 years old if you're going to be ending the game anytime soon? So a lot of life left in the game, graphics being updated, actively being developed, new characters being dropped. If we look at the events right now, here are Hera Syndulla, Hu Yang, and Padawan Sabine Wren. They're available right now in the game. You look at the characters here, we are getting new characters all the time. Now, are these characters affordable? Are they super available to free-to-play players right off the bat? No. It does take about a year before they make them, regularly available to players, and there's a lot of farming to be done. But for me, and for a lot of people, the grind is part of what we enjoy about the game. And I'll say this for Galaxy of Heroes, and has been true for a long time now. They do a great job of making all game modes available to you at the level of gameplay where you are. So that was a badly structured sentence, but you're going to be able to compete against players at your level mostly. We do want some changes to Grand Arena to knock out giving us these, I haven't looked yet, gigantic accounts, a 7 million account here. I know, I'm going to jump into this again. It's such a big criticism of mine. Against my 1 million account, seems not fair. I'll probably get a win here because he won't play or he'll just wipe me out. That needs to be fixed, but generally speaking, the game modes presented to you come to you at your level of the game. Now let's talk a little bit about the new player path, and I'm going to jump over to a different account for this. So this is a free-to-play account I started right here. I started it about 5 weeks ago, Nooch 2 Min Max. I'm not taking this account super seriously. I'm kind of farming it at a leisurely pace. I'll get into the account once a day, do my dailies, get it done. I've only got it on my PC client. I don't even have it available on my phone. And I'm not even, I don't have that maxed out. I'm not really sweating it. My goal of this account, just for fun, is we're going to start min-maxing a bunch of the events in the game to have a bunch of fun in the end of 2024 here and into 2025. So I started this new account. I got to level 85, the max level of the game, which opens up Grand Arena, opens up Conquest, opens up a bunch of game modes for you. I got to level 85 on this account in 4 weeks. And it used to take, if you were dedicated, and I've done this multiple times, playing the game, if you were dedicated in this game, it would take you 100 days, maybe 97 or 98 days free to play to get to level 85. Now it's only 4 weeks casual. And I think it's even better than that now. They made some changes back in what was it, like August or September, that really made the game available, much more available. You were getting to level 85 faster, but now I think it's even faster. They made more changes this month, and now you can see here, see the XP there, 3,000 XP, 3,000 XP, 9,000, 15,000. These XP levels were just added recently, and there was other experience points that you could get, or XP, called XP, experience points. It goes back to Dungeons and Dragons. As I said many times, every game you play goes back to Dungeons and Dragons, which came out when I was a kid. So you're welcome. You're welcome for me for playing that game back in the day. Anywho, look, they've added a lot more XP journeys, journey quests to the game. You're going to get to level, if you really dial in on the game, you'll get to level 85 in 2.5 to 3 weeks right now. And you're going to get every game mode unlocked except for Proving Grounds, which comes later. But you're going to get a whole bunch of game modes unlocked. It's going to be much quicker. What used to be very tedious and take you 3.5 months now only takes 2.5 to 3 weeks in the game. I think that's such a good thing. And this relates to my son's comment. Hey, when you start the game now, they give you so much more stuff. You know, they give you all a bunch of Phoenix shards. They give you a bunch of Bounty Hunter shards. You're able to get these characters developed up to 7 stars much quicker than you can if you are than previously in the game. There's giving you lots more stuff to start an account off in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, and that doesn't even include Lightspeed bundles. You know, the Lightspeed bundles have been out for over a year now. Do I have any available? I guess none of them are out right now, but Lightspeed bundles have been available. If you're going to spend some money, you can now buy those Lightspeed bundles and advance characters like Rey and Supreme Leader Kylo Ren and Star Killer. You can advance all these teams to their max level so much faster if you're willing to spend if you have a few bucks to spend, or you want to drop them on a game. And as we talk about a lot, you know, you want to play a console game, it's going to cost you $60 to $100. If you got that money and you're buying a new console game every month, why not spend it on Galaxy of Heroes? Come over and join us to have some fun collecting Star Wars characters with us. But yeah, so the new player path is so much better than it has ever been in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. I highly recommend it because of that. I want to talk about one more thing, and it's the economy reworks in the game. It's demonstrated best by the new fleet battles, and I'll get over to that here in 1 second on another account. And my point here is that they have really lately been pushing a lot to update the economy of the game. And that starts with what we just looked at with levels 1 to 85 and advancing through much quicker and getting all the XP, getting a lot more stuff given to you along the way, or a lot more stuff earned. Let me jump to the other side of the screen. But that includes the just very recent change. So they've done multiple economy updates this year in addition to the PC client. It kind of felt like they were trying to get the PC client launched, and then once they did that, it was time to do the other updates, time to update the early game economy in the game. So anyway, after doing the early game stuff, which this is early game too, they've now updated all of these ship farms. So now the Endurance, Executrix, and Home One, which are early fleet farms or early capital ships you farm in the game, are now farmable every day. And these things used to literally take like a year or a year and a half to max out. And now it's going to be, once you get it to 6 stars, you're just going to have it done in a week. So, which means it's going to take 3 or 4 months at the most to get these ships at their max level. And unlocking these ships at their max level is really important in game to unlock some other journeys that you need to get. You need to get the Finalizer, you need to get the Radish, you've got to get the Chimera. So getting these stars to 7 ships and the ability to sim these, they're just constantly updating the economy of the game, and they've done the same thing for like Finalizer and Radish. These journeys or these events here every day did not exist before. They're really doing a lot to update the economy and make the new player experience so much better in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. And that even includes our new assault battles, Peridia Patrol and Duel of the Fates. If you farm these characters up to 7 stars, which is not super, these are new characters as mentioned earlier, marquee characters we call them, and it does take a year before they're super duper farmable. But if you farm these characters up to 7 stars, you're gonna get to go into their assault battles for these Peridia Pals. These guys, these are the guys from the Ahsoka show. You can write Peridia Patrol, and also the Duel of the Fates, which is Padawan, Obi-Wan, and Master Qui-Gon. And you're gonna get a whole bunch of credits from those and a whole bunch of there's a lot of things you can get from those assault battles as well. So with all the updates to the game, the PC client, the active development, the new characters, they're actually going to start bringing out new characters at a faster pace next year than they've ever done it previously. It's kind of amazing, actually. It'll be really interesting to see how that works. The graphics updates, the new player path being better, the economy constantly being updated in the game, Lightspeed bundles available. I have been complaining about the new updates to the game, and I still feel that they're not great, and I don't really like the layout of them. But it is still today in 2024, December 2024, the best time to start a new account in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. As a new player or as an experienced player starting an alt, this is the time. It's kind of how we look at life. And in the Western world, we look at our economies, really across the world. Our economies and lifestyles are constantly improving. But as they constantly improve, we tend to see the holes more than we see the improvements. We don't see the gaps being filled, and we see more gaps. The game is constantly improving, constantly being developed. It's going to be around for years to come. Jump in and play with us. Let's have a good time together. Jump on a stream. We'll have some good times there. I appreciate all of you. Thanks for tuning in. We will talk very soon. And of course, always remember, Nooch too good.